If you've ever tried sliding under your car with nothing but a jack and a flashlight, you already know. It's awkward, cramped, and let's be honest, kind of sketchy. That's where car service ramps come to the rescue. Whether you're doing your own oil change, inspecting the suspension, or just want to make garage work safer and easier, a good set of ramps can make a huge difference. Today, we're checking out 7 of the best car service ramps you can get right now, from heavy-duty steel options to sleek, low-profile designs. All the product links are in the description if you want to check them out or grab one for your garage. Let's dive in. Starting things off with the Maxh Hall 50515, this is your classic workhorse ramp set. Each ramp gives you a 6-inch lift and supports up to 3,250 pounds, so you're looking at a 6,500 pound capacity per pair. Made of heavy-duty steel, they're powder-coated to fight off rust, and the surface has a grid-style tread pattern that adds traction for your tires. These ramps are great for trucks, SUVs, and most mid-size vehicles, and they're straightforward to use. That said, the incline is a bit steep for cars with low clearance, so if you drive a lowered ride or a sports coupe, you might run into clearance issues. One friend of mine uses these for his Chevy Tahoe, and he says they've never let him down. Just set them, roll up, and you're good to go. No frills, no hassle, just reliable lifting power. Also worth noting, the open grid design helps with debris or oil runoff during messy repairs. Now for something a little more advanced, the Lochetta hydraulic car ramps. These combine a traditional ramp with a built-in hydraulic lift system, and the result is pretty awesome. You drive onto the ramp, then use the hydraulic handle to lift your car even higher, up to 14.2 inches depending on the model. They can handle a beastly 11,050 pounds combined, so heavy-duty vehicles are no problem. There are safety locks to keep everything in place once you're up. Obviously, they're bulkier and heavier than regular ramps, and you'll want a solid flat surface to use them on. But for folks working on larger trucks or doing repairs that need extra clearance, these are incredibly convenient. One truck owner I spoke with who does his own maintenance swears by these. He loves not having to break out a separate jack every time he needs more space underneath. Plus, the added lift height makes suspension and exhaust work noticeably easier. Next is the Black Widow plastic car ramp. These might be plastic, but don't underestimate them. They've got a serious 10,000 pound capacity per pair and can lift your car 6.25 inches. Each ramp is 12 inches wide, giving you more wiggle room for wider tires. They're lightweight, easy to store, and have a textured surface with raised edges that help guide your tires into place. I actually use these for my own Honda Civic, and I love how easy they are to pull out for a quick oil change. Just keep in mind, even with that high weight capacity, they're not meant for huge vehicles like lifted trucks. But for daily drivers, sedans, or crossovers, these are a super convenient, low-effort solution. Another bonus is they don't scratch or mark garage floors like some steel ramps can. Now let's talk about the Rockland steel car ramp. These are the definition of heavy duty. Each ramp measures 35 inches long, 13 inches wide, and 9 inches high, and the set can handle up to 8,000 pounds. Solid steel construction means they're built to last, and the black powder-coated finish adds protection against corrosion. The incline is moderate, not too aggressive, which makes them easier to drive onto, especially for taller vehicles. They've got side rails to keep your tires aligned, and once you're up there, they feel really stable. One owner review I came across mentioned they've used these ramps for over 5 years with everything from a pickup to a van, and they've held up flawlessly. The only real trade-off is the weight. They're not exactly something you toss in the trunk, but for garage use, they're rock solid. If you want a ramp that feels like it could outlast the car itself, this is the kind of build you're looking for. If you're short on storage space, the Maxh Hall 50709 detachable ramps might be just what you need. These are a smart twist on the original Maxh Hall design. They still support 3,250 pounds per ramp, or 6,500 total, but now the incline section is removable. That makes them easier to store when not in use, especially in tight garage setups. The build quality is still heavy-duty steel, and the ramps feature a non-slip grid surface like the other Maxh Hall models. It might take a try or two to get used to aligning the detachable piece correctly, but once it's locked in, it's stable and reliable. These are a great option if you want strength and space-saving features in one. They're especially handy for mobile mechanics who work out of smaller vans or need to pack their gear away after each job. Now, for the lowriders, literally. The Hoxwell low-profile car ramps are designed specifically for low-clearance vehicles. Each ramp measures about 31.5 inches long, 8.1 inches wide and 4.9 inches high, with a gentle incline that prevents scraping. They can handle up to 10,000 pounds combined, which is impressive for such a compact design. Made from heavy-duty plastic with built-in grip channels, they're easy to use and super lightweight. A buddy of mine with a Slam Subaru BRZ uses these all the time and says they're the only ramps that let him lift the car without stacking boards underneath. That said, they're definitely not designed for trucks or anything too tall or heavy. But if you've got a sports car or a lowered build, these will make your life way easier. And because they're so lightweight, they're perfect for track days or mobile detailing kits too. Last but not least, let's look at the Race Ramp's RR56. These are sort of the luxury pick of the bunch. Each ramp is just 8 inches tall but has a gentle 10.8-degree incline that makes it perfect for low-clearance cars with 10-inch wide tires. Despite being ultra-lightweight at only 10 pounds each, they support up to 1,500 pounds per ramp, or 3,000 pounds per pair. That makes them ideal for sports cars, classic cars, or track toys. They're made from a high-density foam core with a non-slip coating that grips the floor and holds your tires in place. I borrowed a set of these for a weekend project on a BMW E46, and honestly, they felt rock solid. No sliding, no flexing, just a smooth, easy lift. They're definitely pricier than the other options, but if you want premium quality and ultra-safe access for a low-slung car, they're worth considering. Many pro detailers and collectors prefer these for their balance of strength, safety, and surface protection. Alright, so let's break it down. If you're driving a heavier SUV or truck and just want something simple and strong, the Maxh Hall 50515 or Rockland steel ramps are both excellent, dependable choices. Want something high-tech with extra lift? The Lochetta hydraulic ramps are a unique solution that give you more clearance without extra tools. If storage is tight or you prefer something lighter, the Maxh Hall 50709 detachable or the Black Widow plastic ramps are great for everyday maintenance. For lowered or sporty cars, it's really between the Hawkswell and Race Ramp's RR56. One's more budget-friendly, the other's high-end, but both do the job beautifully without risking your bumper. When picking ramps, think about your vehicle's clearance, how much weight you need to support, and how often you're planning to use them. It also helps to consider where you'll store them and how portable you need them to be. If you're doing frequent oil changes or need quick underbody access, a lightweight ramp saves time and effort every single time. But for heavier jobs like suspension work, go with something steel and extra stable. Consider what surface you'll be using the ramps on too. Grip and stability can vary a lot between concrete, gravel, or epoxy-coated garage floors. Safety should always come first, so don't skip the small details like non-slip bases and tire guides. All the links to these ramps are down in the description if you want to check out specs or prices in more detail. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you out, subscribe for more gear breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.